that game because they sure looked freewheeling and comfortable, didn't they?
Yes, I mean we simplified things here down the stretch, and just it's been an up and down season for us, and to come out the last game of the year and play well on the road was a big win for us, and a very good team. St. Clair, very good, well coached, and senior heavy, and they have some really good ball players, and to come out like that and play the way we did right from the get-go was really important for us.
When you see a team come out like that, maybe they look at the record and think, oh, well, we should be able to beat these guys. They're seeded sixth in the district, so we've got this made. Sometimes, and this is not only high school kids, but it's just sports overall. They get maybe just too lackadaisical to start the game out, and then all of a sudden they find out that they've got more of a monster on their hand than they thought. You think that happened?
Yeah, I would certainly think that's the case with this one. I mean, St. Clair is a team that's won over 10 games this year, and we're sitting right around 6 or 7 there, and some players came to play. Caden Gately had a great game. Him dropping 20 points for us is huge, and really across the board it was pretty even kill. And we came out that first quarter. I looked at it after the game. When we are tied or leading in the first quarter, we're like 7-2. We've only won 7 games, so when we come out that first quarter ready to go and play like that, we have a really good shot to win the game.
Yeah, Caden had an outstanding game, 20 points, but I had him for 5 blocks, and he was in control. And, a lot of times he gets in foul trouble, gets frustrated, and then ends up having to sit on the bench because he'll foul out quickly. He was in very good control the entire game.
Yes, and that's something, we've been harping on all year. Him in foul trouble, when he gets in foul trouble, it makes us go deeper into our bench, and, we have some height but more inexperience. And so for him to be on the floor and play well like that just gives us a huge advantage. Not a lot of kids have a 6'5" athletic kid like that, so it just gives us an advantage inside, even on defense and offense.
And getting 4 kids with double figures, when you start looking about that, we've talked about it before. When we've had double figures with 3 kids or more, we win every one of those games, Coach. And that's pretty impressive when you can spread the ball around. You only had 5 scorers, or when you look at that, and then you have 4 of them in double figures, it makes you feel pretty good. You spread it out.
Yes, and when we were playing and the rotation was clicking with 5 or 6 guys, you kind of just roll with it. We had Sanders out with an ankle injury, so Roy Stevens stepped up, and Landon Richter got the start, and Landon hit some big shots down the stretch that really, kind of put us over the edge. So it was a really good team win, playing those 6 or 7 kids. Seems like a really good rotation, and seems like that's working right now for us.
Little struggle from the free throw line there, especially in overtime, Coach. 0 for 4. I know that had to kind of make you probably ring that towel a little harder on the side, didn't it?
Yes, and that's something we practice every day. But those pressure situations, it's really hard to simplify or make that happen in practice. Just that pressure of hey, the game's on the line, we've got to make these free throws, put this team away, and that's a situation we haven't been in a lot this year. Mm-hmm. It seems like with games, it's either been us trying to come back or trying to have a 10-point lead or something. But we really haven't been in that situation very often. We missed some free throws down the stretch, but at the end of the day, we ended up pulling out the win, hitting some shots, and that breakaway layup, things like that.
And a number of the turnovers that had happened early on in the season. We were up in the 20s most games, still kind of hovered in the upper teens, and now we're getting that 10 to 12 turnovers a game. Coach, you can live with that, can't you?
Yes, and 12 is kind of our magic number. If we're around 12 or less, we have a shot to win it. If we're over that, it's really difficult for us to win. And St. Clair really didn't do a lot, traps or pressure. They kind of just played man-to-man defense. That might be something different if we see them down the road again. Our game tonight against Cuba, pressures and they diamond and they do all sorts of different traps, and it's a whole different animal. So we'll see how we handle that tonight with Cuba, just because they're a really athletic bunch and can really score in bunches. So it'll be a good challenge for us.
And this is not a team that you haven't seen this year, so you're very familiar with how they played the game. And the Cuba Wildcats, as you mentioned, they've got some talent, and if you overlook any of that talent, they're going to make you pay, aren't they?
Yes, they're a very, very talented team. Senior-heavy team with some sophomores mixed in, and, they're a group that can score in bunches. They played our JV a couple weeks ago, and, man, those sophomores just lit us up behind the three-point line. So we know what to expect with them, and, hopefully we can handle it and, do the best we can with it, handle that pressure, take care of the basketball, have great possessions, and, that will lead to us being successful.
And we all know district play is a brand new dog. It's a brand new season. You win, you go on. You lose, you go home. So a little bit of extra pressure, especially on seniors, I think, when it comes to this time of year. Don't you, Coach?
Yes. 0-0 record. Throw the records out the window. It's time to play, and, it's win or go home from this point. So you keep playing basketball or you go on to spring sports. So we'll see, how much we have left in the tank. I think our boys are excited. We've had a few good days of practice here. A little sickness, but we're healthy right now. So I think we'll come out ready to go and here on fire.
Very best of you tonight at St. James against the Cuba Wildcats. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Stay tuned. Tiger basketball. It is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Jared Patterson. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball comes your way next.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Relationships. It's not just being on a first-name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with a kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem, visit our website, or download our free mobile app. The Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Welcome to this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger Basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial District Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Monet Auto Supply, Tax Masters, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Town and Country Insurance, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Ozark Overhead Door LLC, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust, Southtown Furniture, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Wilson Mortuary, Align by Design Health Center, Town and Country Bank, Healthy Dent County, Elwood Real Estate, Dent County Veterinary Clinic, Hometown Mechanical, Town Screen LLC. And now get ready for Salem Tiger Basketball.
We welcome you to St. James. Stan Stevens along to you here on KSMO Media as the Tigers and the Cuba Wildcats are playing in the first round of district play, and Cuba turns the ball over right after the tip-off. We have 9 seconds gone as Hayden Sanders gets it into Bryson May. Cuba and Salem played a little bit earlier this year, back in December. Cuba won that game by 15 points. Here is Traylon Richter for the Salem Tigers, out to May beyond 3. To the middle of the floor, gives it back to Richter. Richter with the blue-clad Salem Tigers in their navy blue road uniform for the Carolina blue numbers. Here's Gunnar Coggles, 12-footer, it's good. Cuba in the white jerseys with the yellow numbers, yellow lettering, and black numbers with the black and gold trim on the pant leg and on the side. Back they come, going in the corner. Shot up for a three by Sanders, no good. And rebound still loose on the floor, taken down there by Elrod. Elrod getting it back to Stewart all the way down. That ball taken away by the Salem Tigers. Minute gone here, 2-0 Salem. Pass to Richter in the corner. Sanders back to Richter. Salem on the perimeter. Bounce pass across to May. May back over to Hayden Sanders. Sanders inside to Gunnar Conkle. Flips it down the corner to Richter. On the baseline, Richter fires it outside to May. To the paint, to the hole. 9-footer. Good! Count the basket. And he draws the foul. May cut right into the paint. Cut inside the free throw line. Was able to flip that ball up and got the foul on Joel Sanders. And the free throw is good. 5-0 Salem out of the gate here. As Jesse Elrod will bring it up. Elrod, Salem playing their half-court defense. Elrod stops as he crosses the timeline across to Stewart. Stewart out high, starting to drive in, flips it back on top to Elrod. Inside they go, back down to Stewart on the baseline, back out to Elrod. Elrod out near the middle of the floor, changes the play, recalls the play. Bounce pass left side, Joel Sanders going down. Sanders baseline. Across, put up, and in by number 10, Parker Stewart. Did a good job of avoiding the attempted block there by Caden Gately. Here comes Congle, bounced it off the foot of the Cuba player. Stewart, it goes back to them. Here comes Sanders to the paint, to the hole, and he'll be fouled there by Bryson May. First turnover by the Salem Tigers. 5-2 with 5:48 to go. Joel Sanders will go to the line to shoot two. Sanders' free throw is good. He's got another one coming. Cuba the 3rd seed, Salem the 6th seed. Next one is also good. 1-point ball game as May gets it over to Sanders. Back to May, trying to beat the press of the Cuba Wildcats. The timeout called by Coach Patterson. 5-4, Salem on time. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Welcome back to St. James, a very senior-loaded team for the Cuba Wildcats with 6 seniors in their lineup tonight. Salem Tigers have just 2. Here's Trayden Richter, gets it to Gunnar Conkle, one of those seniors. Back to Richter in the corner. Richter going, trying to get it back to backcourt to get it. Gunner down the middle of the floor to the hole, to the paint, trying to get that shot up, no good, but a foul called on the Cuba Wildcats, and Gunner will shoot 2. He had a head of steam going in, and the foul called, I believe, on Dylan Beal, and it is. So Gunnar Conkle will go to the line. He will shoot 2, and his first one is good. Salem in their last game at St. Clair struggled from the free throw line. Kyle Ray will check in for Joel Sanders. Ray also a senior. Next one is up, also good. Salem moves back in that half-court defense as Stewart will bring it up. Stewart flips to the left side to Ray. Ray goes down inside, getting it to Mel, back to Ray. Ball tied up, and possession error will favor the Salem Tigers. The turnover on the Cuba Wildcats. That ball kind of tied up. Kyle Ray, as the pass was in his feet. Again, Cuba will put some pressure in the forecourt. Pass comes to May. May, long pass over to Gately. Gately down, 9-footer. Off the line, no good. Gunnar Conkle underneath. Puts it off the glass way too hard. Tipped out by Gate. Over to Gunnar Conkle's jump shot up. Good. Gaten Gately with a great rebound, just tossing it back. Didn't try to get possession. Got it to May. 9-4 Salem. 4:50 to go, first quarter. Driving straight down to Stewart all the way down. Banks it in. Parker Stewart with 4, the 6 Cuba points. As Traden Richter fires it down to May. 2-on-1 with Gately. May takes it to the hole, lays it in. 4.5 to go, first quarter. 11-6, Salem on top. Stewart again will walk it up. Stewart to the timeline. Looking, goes right side to Elrod. Back to Stewart. Back to Elrod. Left side puts up the 3. It's off the iron, straight up in the air, and then off the support. It'll belong to the Salem Tigers. It hit the cabling that holds up the basket, or actually will draw up the basket. Long pass to May as Cuba standing around. May comes down, jump shot up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Beal. Tigers caught Cuba napping there but couldn't capitalize. And we're halfway through this first quarter. 11-6 Salem. Pass to Ray for a 3. It's good. Kyle Ray hits the first 3 of the game. 2-point Salem Tiger lead. May down the right wing. Stops, bounce pass over to Sanders. Almost walked. Gives it to Traden Richter. Richter bounce pass into Gunnar Conkle. That jumper's good. Right from the high post. Gunnar buries it. 13-9. Salem on top. 3:33 to go in this first quarter. Stewart goes inside to Mel. Goes outside to Ray. Ray trying to get it back. Stolen away by the Salem Tigers. May over to Traden Richter off the glass. No good, but back up by May and in. And a timeout called by Coach Darren Dace. 15-9, Salem on top. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
Quick reminder, we are video streaming this on Misha.tv, and if those would like to turn over to that, there is a charge to watch the game on Misha.tv. So we're just reminding you of that. As Misha rules, who cannot stream those district and up games like we normally do, and they have to go through Misha.tv. We are here bringing you the game. Joel Sanders back in the contest. Bounce pass down low to Mel. Has trouble with it. Ball taken right out of his hands by Gunnar Conkle. Conkle quickly down to Trey Richter. Richter on the baseline. Stops. Kicks it back. Intended for Gately. He's got it. Gately over to May. May beyond 3. Bounce pass to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle backdoor to Hayden Sanders. Missed it. Ball tipped and brought down by Gately. He missed it. And then Sanders will foul going over the back of Beal. 2 putbacks by the Salem Tigers. But they couldn't get the basket to go. First foul on Hayden Sanders, second team foul on Salem. 15-9 our score. Salem with the lead. Here comes Elrod now for the Cuba Wildcats on top. Stewart. They go inside, back out to Ray on the baseline. Back inside it goes, putting that shot up and in is Preston Heads. He just came in a moment ago, and in his first minute of play gets a basket. Here's Trey Richter trying to drive down. Back to Gunnar Conkle, guarded there by Heads. Back on top to Trey Richter. Coach Patterson calling the play for Salem. Man-to-man defense by Cuba. Richter all the way down is fouled there on his drive in. That's a foul on the floor. Elrod will get the foul. Jesse's first. Sanders will inbound it. Goes to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle from 14. That jumper's off the iron. Nobody there except Heads to get the rebound. Maybe a little bit too quick a shot there by Gunner. Had a good look, but couldn't get it to go down. Now heads with the short jumper, and it pinballs around, but it goes in. Preston Heads makes it a 2-point ball game. Miss it one end and scored the other. Pass comes to Hayden Sanders. On top, Gately. Left side pass to Richter. Inside to Gunnar Conkle. His shot blocked there. Comes right back to Gunnar. Fadeaway jumper will not go, and Heads brings down that rebound. Gunner's shot was blocked. He got it right back, put it back up and missed it wide to the right. And Jesse Elrod bounce pass right side to Stewart. Stewart back to Elrod. Elrod goes inside to Heads. Back to Stewart alone for the three, and the shot is off the iron. Tipped and brought down there by Gunnar Conkle. Conkle and is fouled. Trying to get the pass up the middle. Foul's going to be on Kyle Ray. 14th foul on Cuba. With 1:04 to go, Salem up by 2. 15-13. Richter over the timeline. Drives right, taking it to the hole. Down low to Gately, scores. Nice play by Richter. 49 seconds to go, 17-13. Stewart just leisurely walks over the timeline to Elrod. Elrod back to Stewart. Starts driving to the left side to Ray. Right through his hands and out of bounds. Turnover number 5 for the Wildcats with 37.8 seconds left. They back up in a half-court defense. Tigers have burned them when they put the press on, so they're now playing half court and usually man-to-man. Pass goes on top to Gately. Right side pass to Richter. Richter going back to May. Guarded by Elrod. 23 seconds to go. May spins, turns. Looking for a pick. None there. Goes to Richter. On top, Gately, 15 seconds. Now to May. Guarded by Elrod. Back over to Richter. Back to May. Back to Richter. 8 seconds left. Richter gets a pick, but a foul's going to be on Gately. Gately put his hip out, and it's going to be a offensive foul on Caden Gately. Didn't set just a body pick. He put the hip out. And that's his first. 4.9 seconds to go. The inbound comes back to Heads. Heads near center court across to Elrod. 1 second left. A three-pointer. It's wide right. And we played one quarter. The Salem Tigers 17. Cuba Wildcats 13. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and ThinkTime make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
Welcome back to St. James, Missouri. Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media and on Misha.TV tonight. Streaming live. We hope you enjoy the contest against the Cuba Wildcats. Stewart has it, trying to drive in. Ball loose on the floor, tied up. Possession arrow will favor the Salem Tigers. Stewart trying to dribble through some feet. Ball got tied up. Salem will take over with a 4-point lead. The Tigers in the blue, navy blue uniforms with the Carolina blue numbers. And again, Cuba in the white jerseys with the black numbers and the yellow lettering. Now here's Hayden Sanders on the rebound. He scores after the missed three, 19-13. Salem has it. Stewart outside to Elrod. Bounce pass down low, intended down there for Beal. Goes back to Stewart outside Ray. Ray trying to dance in, can't, gets cut off. Elrod has it across the heads for the three-pointer, and it's good. Preston Heads hits the three. 2 threes in this game, both by the Cuba Wildcats, and the Salem lead is 3. Here's Hayden Sanders on the left wing beyond the three-point line. Now to Gately, left side pass. Or I should say right side pass to Richter. Back to the left side to Hayden Sanders for the three. It's off the iron. No big rebound, taken there by Heads. His third rebound. Stewart up the middle of the floor, all the way to. Kicks it down low, out to Beals. To Ray for the three. It's short. Comes down the hands of Gunnar Conkle. Long pass to Sanders. Sanders takes it, will lay it up and in. 21-16 with 6:30 to go in the first half. Salem the number 6 seed. Cuba the number 3 seed. Elrod trying to turn, spins, goes back to Stewart, now to Kyle Ray. Back Stewart in the middle of the floor, back to Ray, down goes in the corner to Heads. Pass intended for Beal, knocked out of bounds by Hayden Sanders. Dylan Beal was posting up that high post. Ray will check out, and Cooper Mell come back in. M-E-H-L, Mell. Right now with it, Parker Stewart gets tied up, goes outside to Elrod. Elrod trying to dance in, bounce pass to Heads. Heads trying to fire it down low, stolen, and back they come as Sanders picked that one off. Here's Gunnar Conkle, fouled there by Heads, 5th team foul as he reached in.
That was going to be number 15, Preston Heads, his first personal foul.
5:59 to go in the half. Sanders getting into May. Landon Richter comes in for brother Traden. May goes outside to Hayden Sanders, inside for Beal. I should say inside for Gately. Ball loose on the floor. And a foul on Hayden Sanders as Cuba was able to take that ball away. Second steal by the Wildcats. Third turnover by Salem. Gately had it, but then lost it. And the Wildcats able to take that ball away. Sanders now with 2 fouls. The only one in the game with 2 fouls. Stewart will bring it right to the top of the key. Stops, goes left side to Heads. Quick three-pointer. It's up and it's off the rim. And Gately brings down that rebound. He's got 3 in the game as Gunnar Conkle with 5.5 to go in the first half. Spins, trying to get away from Stewart. Driving down. The pass goes outside, taken there by Landon Richter out near center court. Richter gets over to Sanders. Sanders back on top to May. May battles with the ball. And a foul's going to be called on Elrod for reaching in. Bryson May yanked that ball away from him. Elrod kept the hand in there. Jesse now has 2. 16 fouls with 5:13 to go. Next foul on Cuba will put Salem at the line for the 1-and-1. Richter against Stewart. Right side pass to Sanders. On top May, right at the top of the key. May starts his drive in outside to Sanders, and he lost the ball, goes out of bounds. Hayden started to shoot before he had it. Ball hit his hands, trickled out of bounds. With 5:01 to go, Cuba gets the ball back on the turnover. Stewart will take his time as he gets to the St. James Tiger insignia here at St. James. Now to Elrod. Elrod will hand that ball off to Beal, kicks it back to Heads. Heads trying to drive in, spins, kicks it down low to Elrod. Short jumper, pinballs around, no good. Heads with the rebound, stops, and puts it up and in. Count the basket, and I believe Sanders will get foul number 3. Or would that be on Gately? Oh, they're going to call it on Landon Richter on the low side, okay. Sanders had him up high. I thought he may get called for that battling for the ball. Instead it went to Richter, and now Heads will get his first free throw of the night. And it's good. Back to a 2-point ball game here. Salem has led all the way through so far in this first half. 4:30 to go. May has it. Right side pass to Richter on the baseline. Kicks it back right into the hands Mel. Mel goes down the corner to Elrod. Elrod down inside to Beal. Beal on that baseline. Underneath, all alone was Stewart. He lays it in, and we're tied up at 21. Tigers had the whole left side of the floor covered, but nobody on Stewart. He lays it in. 21-21. Here's May with 4 minutes to go in the first half. To Gately, right side pass to Richter. A long three. It splashes home. Landon Richter. 24-21. Stewart down the middle of the floor. Stops, walked with a no call there. Coach Patterson right in the ear of the official, letting him know that was a walk, and then a timeout called by Coach Darren Dace. And it looks like there may be a Cuba Wildcat player injured. I think Coach Dace is saying he's injured. Shouldn't be a timeout. We'll see. And they are going to call a timeout. 24-21, Salem on time. We'll take a 30-second break and come right back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
.344 to go, first half. Been a good ball game so far. Both teams have had chances. Salem with a 24-21 lead as Elrod has it. Jesse Elrod goes to Mel to go down to Heads. Heads takes it to the hole, and he'll be fouled. Gately went up and blocked the shot, but I think the foul was called on the floor on Gunnar Conkle. No, they're going to say it was a shooting foul. And Heads will go to the line to shoot two. Free throw is good. Heads just a sophomore. Trying to make it a 1-point lead. Heads kept trying to draw Salem out of the shooting lane in the blocks. And the free throw is no good. Taken there by Gately. He had made the previous one, but that one does not fall for him. Now Richter, another three from the corner, and it's wide. Taken down by Elrod on the backside. Comes across the timeline, fires the left side to Ray. Kyle Ray back in the game to Heads. Firing it across, ball tipped, stolen, and banked off of the Cuba player out of bounds by Trey Richter. A good steal by Trey. And banks it off the Cuba player, so the ball belongs to the Salem Tigers. Landon Richter kicks the right side to May. 3:05 to go in the first half. Gunnar Conkle left side to Richter, inside Gately. Gately's shot is too hard, no good. Taken out by Trey Richter to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle back to Landon Richter, across to Trey Richter. Back to Landon out near center court. Tigers slow it down. Bounce pass to May, right wing. Beyond three, May on top, Gunnar Conkle. Left side to Landon Richter. To Conkle, right side May. Salem not trying to penetrate this time. Back to Landon Richter. To Trey Richter. To Bryson May. Over to Landon Richter, and Elrod will pick up his third foul. And that will put Landon at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Jesse Elrod gets foul number 3. Elrod just a sophomore. Joel Sanders back in the game. Landon Richter, who's got a 3 in this game, will shoot a 1-and-1. Salem up by 2, 24-22. That free throw is good. Landon kept getting more and more playing time as the year went on. Just a freshman. has an uncanny knack of hitting threes. That shot no good. Taken by Mel on the rebound. 2:25 to go. Salem Tigers up by a 3 spot. Pass inside, stolen away as Hedges was the intended receiver. Tigers with 6 steals in this, the first half, as Richter gets to the timeline. Right side pass to May. May hanging on to it on top, Gunnar Conkle. Left side pass to Richter, inside Gately. Gately, fadeaway jumper, no good. Nobody underneath the basket, taken down by Sanders. Again, nobody under the basket for Salem to rebound. It was all white jerseys. Here comes the other way. It's Beal down low, ball off the line, throws it right into the hands of the Tigers. Richter down to Landon. Richter lays that ball up and in. After the steal, you make them pay, and that's what Salem just did. Now back out to a 5-point lead, 27-22 with a minute and a half to go. Heads, left side pass to Ray. Back to Heads. Right side pass over to Sanders. Down low to Mel, and his shot will not go. Tipped and comes back down and put up and in by Beal. Got that rebound, was able to bank it home with 1:20 to go in the first half. 27-24, close ball game. Richter back to it to May. What a play! Scores! He threaded the needle on that one to Bryson May, and he lays it home. 1 minute to go in the half. Here's Heads. Pass across to Ray. Bounce pass to Mel. Back to Heads. Right side to Stewart for the 3. It's offline. No good. Ball tipped, brought down by Richter. Richter over the timeline. Slows it down. Landon with 44 seconds to May. 29-24, Salem on top. Gately, left side pass to Landon. Richter inside to Gunnar Conkle. Jump shot, no good. Again, nobody underneath the basket for Salem to rebound, and taken down easily by Beal. Now the other way, Beal with 25 seconds left. Tries to get by May. Cuba also in the bonus right now as Ray has it. Ray stops, goes right side to Head for the 3. Pinball's out, no good. May has it, 13 seconds left. May all the way down. May tried for the layup, and it will not go, and it's brought down by Heads. Heads down to Beal, and Beal is fouled there by Richter with 3.8 seconds left. It looked like Beal went over top, but official didn't see it that way. And Beal will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1 as Landon Richter gets the foul, his second. Easily could have been called a charge. Official saw Landon still moving his feet. And with 3.8 seconds left, Dylan Beal will go to the line to shoot the free throw. Salem up by 5. Free throw is good. He has another coming. This one is also good. 3.8 seconds. Here's Richter over the timeline. Stops, takes a long 3. It's just wide. We've played one half here at St. James. The Salem Tigers, the 6th seed, lead the Cuba Wildcats, the 3rd seed, by a score of 29-26. We'll come back in 3 minutes with stats from the first half. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
Surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
We welcome you back to St. James. Now, whether it's balls or strikes, fouls or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of your high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women do work, and you certainly know they would never miss a call intentionally. So keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, you know, respecting the officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we can teach the students. This message brought to you as a courtesy of the Missouri State High School Activities Association and all of us here at KSMO Media. Interesting first half. Tigers got out to a lead quickly, got out to as high as 6 points in the game, but they, for the most part, led by about 5 through most of that first half. Cuba did tie the game one time in the game, and then Landon Richter separated back out with a three-pointer right after the game was tied. So maybe all of, 8 seconds this game was tied up except for the tip. So good scoring opportunities for the Tigers. They took advantage of it in the first half. Cuba changed their defense a little bit, and they've kind of limited Gunnar Conklin and Bryson May. Gunnar had 8 points in the first quarter. He was shut out in that second quarter. May had 7 in the first quarter, got only 2 in that first quarter, and only 2 in that second quarter. Now the Tigers will have to diversify their scoring just a little bit more. Leading scorer in the game is Preston Heads. He has 11, and Heads, as just a sophomore, also has the leading rebounder in the game. He has 5. He is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He had a very good first quarter. Parker Stewart, 6 points, 4 points for Dylan Beal, 3 for Kyle Ray, and a couple of points for Joel Sanders in the game. The Cuba Wildcats, they were 6 out of 9. Sorry about that. 6 out of 7 from the free throw line in that first half. Salem Tigers, they were 4 out of 5 from the free throw line in that first half. Leading rebounder for Salem, Caden Gately. He had 4 for the Salem Tigers. Fouls, Jesse Elrod has 3 for Cuba to lead the way. Landon Richter and Hayden Sanders each have 2 for the Salem Tigers. 10 turnovers for Cuba in the first half, just 4 for the Salem Tigers. Salem had 7, count them, 7 steals in that first half, while the Wildcats had just 3. Interesting game, as we mentioned. May and Gunnar Conklin with 9 and 8 points respectively. Landon Richter with 6, 4 for Hayden Sanders, 2 for Caden Gately in the contest. So a lot of these guys are going to be expected to get some of that auxiliary scoring in. That may be key, as both teams will concentrate on the big guys, the Preston Heads, the Parker Stewarts, The Dylan Beals, they're probably going to get a lot more attention, as will Bryson May and Gunnar Conkle. And I'm sure Landon Richter got a little second look there after he hit that three, and then was able to follow with a couple a layup here after a steal. So the Tigers, good diversification in that scoring, but they need to continue that in the second half. They lead it by 3, 29-26 here at halftime. Earlier tonight, it was St. James getting humbled by Owensville. Owensville played an outstanding game, and they just dominated and swarmed St. James 68-36. They will move on. And here in district play, once you're done, once you lose, you're done. The game, your season, your game, everything is over. Owensville will move on to play Sullivan. That will be on Wednesday at 5:30 here at St. James. The winner of this game will play St. Clair Wednesday night at 7 o'clock here at St. James. Our Lady Tigers is seated second. They will be off until Thursday at 7 when they will face the winner of the Sullivan-St. Clair game, which will be played tomorrow night here at 7 at St. James. Admission, by the way, if you want to come to the game, $6 per game. You can pay that at the door in cash. You can also get your tickets online at misha.org. You can just check that out for yourself. We are at halftime, 29-26, Salem on top. Back in 2.5. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil change, $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Screen.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
We're getting ready for the second half here at St. James. Winner goes on, loser goes home. Salem right now with a 3-point lead over the Cuba Wildcats. As we mentioned, they're in their white uniforms with the black trim and black numbers, the gold lettering, and the gold blocks on the shorts and on the shirts. Salem in their navy blue uniforms, the Carolina blue trim and numbers and letters. Elrod has it, firing it across to Mel, all the way across the leads, back to Elrod, back to Mel beyond three. As we just get started here in the third quarter. Inside pass to Heads. Heads going baseline around underneath. Stops, kicks it back out to Elrod. Jumpers no good. And Gately has that rebound. Just underway here in the second half. Richter drives to his right. Stops, goes back to Gately. Gately thought about the three, didn't take it, gave it to May. May backs out. Coach Patterson calling the play for the Tigers. May starts, gets a bit of a pick, trying to kick it outside to Richter. He does on the perimeter, outside Gunnar Conkle. Gunnar from 12 jumper, short. Comes down into the hands of Elrod. Gunnar had the clean shot, but missed it, came up short. Ball's right in the middle of the netting, but hit the front of the rim. We're a minute in, and that pass from Elrod to Mel behind him goes out of bounds. Salem will take over. Exactly 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. Cooper Mel will hear Coach Dace give him a little bit of an earful. Strange back in the game. Heads trying to guard Gunnar Conkle. Short jumper is no good. Gunnar his own rebound scores. Heads was all over him, no call, but Gunnar was able to get back up there and get the rebound. Inside it goes to Heads, off the glass, no good, and Sanders yanks that one down. Hayden to Gunnar Conkle, now to Richter, back to Gunnar. Gunnar starts his drive to the paint. Short drop, kicks outside to Hayden Sanders, now back to Richter. Across to May, good spin move. May outside to Sanders for the three, it's good! Hayden has 7, the lead now the largest for Salem. It's up to 8 with 6:10 to go in this third quarter. Elrod across to Ray. Kyle Ray, who's got a 3 in this game. Bounce pass down low to Heads at that high post. Back door to Elrod. Elrod stops, kicks it outside to Ray. Ray trying to drive in, will back it out, back to Heads. Heads backs it up near center court. Right side pass, Elrod trying to go baseline, gets cut off. Goes back to Beal. Now back to Elrod for the 3. It's off the iron and taken there by Sanders. To Gunnar Conkle, 5.5 to go. Now to Richter. Open, he scores! Trey Richter saw the waters open, and I mean to tell you, he put into another gear and just shot through that hole, laying it in. The Salem Tigers are up by 10, 36-26. Timeout by Cuba. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
Check out these winter car care deals at K&H Auto Supply in Salem, where you can get a Performance Tool 6-piece hook and pick set for only $10.99, a Titan 25-piece hex key set for $13.99, and 6-ton jack stands $84.99 for the pair. K&H Auto Supply is your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
36-26, Salem on top. Remember, role models are more important than ever in today's society, and you can serve as a role model every time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember, be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message brought to you as a courtesy of all of us here at KSMO Media and Missouri State High School Activities Association. Jesse Elrod will walk it up. Salem in our half-court defense. Elrod moves to his left, trying to find an opening. Flips it off to Ray. Ray back to Heads. Heads out near center court again, moving from left to right. Inside it goes, trying to drive in, back to Ray for the three-pointer. It's short, tipped down, and comes in the hands of Gunnar Conkle. Conkle the other way, runs into Elrod. Elrod has already got 3 fouls. Gets it across in the corner. Sanders open for the 3. Yes! Hayden hits it. 39-26. Elrod the other way to Ray. Back to Elrod. Flipping it down low and trying to dance through was Dylan Beal, but he'll be fouled there. Foul on Hayden Sanders, his third. 4:47 to go, third quarter. Mel back in the game for Ray. Elrod gets it inside, laying it up and in was Joel Sanders. Just came right into the paint, got it, and banked it home. 39-28. Pass in the corner, Sanders. Sanders back on top, ball tipped, and Richter goes back and beats Elrod to it. Back to Sanders. Sanders back to Richter. Back to Sanders. Thought about the three. Back to Richter. Back to Sanders. Takes the three. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Taken under control by Beal. Sanders had the hot hand. Why not try it again? Elrod on top to Beal. Left side heads. Going baseline. Heads down low. Put up and in by Joel Sanders. His second straight basket. The lead for Salem down to 9 after getting as high as 13. 3:55 to go in the third quarter. Sanders inside to Beal. I should say inside to Gately. Now to Richter. Richter trying to get inside. Is pushed out of bounds by Mel. And for Cooper Mel, that'll be his first foul. Team's first foul with 3:51 to go. The inbound comes out to Gunnar Conkle. Gunnar out to Richter. Open for the three. It's off the rim. Nobody there again for the rebound. That's been a problem with Salem all year. That ball tipped as Elrod tried to get it through. Outside it goes to Mel for a three. Too hard. Comes down in the hands of Heads. Outside it goes for a three. That one missed by Beal. And Sanders comes down with it, but he is fouled. Problem all year for Salem has been the defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds. So Caden Gately will get his second foul, team's second foul. And Sanders to the line. He'll shoot two. He's got 4 points in this third quarter. And the free throw is short. .331 to go, third quarter. Hayden Sanders with 10 points in the game. 2 threes here in the third quarter. Joel Sanders free throw this time. Also no good, but brought down by Elrod. Elrod is going to be fouled there by Gately, but the ball goes in. So Elrod scores and gets the free throw. So now Gately has 3, and that's going to start changing the Tigers' complexion here. As Sanders has 3, Gately now with 3. Caden, instead of going straight up, came down on him, and Elrod hits the free throw, and we're down to a 6-point Salem Tiger lead. Just that fast, from 13 down to 6. Here comes Richter, hanging it off to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle trying to get that pass across, kicked there by Heads, trying to go over to Richter. Salem needs to keep those feet moving. They're getting a little bit stale right now. Pass to Richter. Richter trying to get inside. A timeout called by Coach Jared Patterson. 3:11 to go here in this third quarter. Salem Tigers 39. The Cuba Wildcats 33. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
(39-33) our score. Salem will have the ball on the sideline. Sanders to Gunnar Conkle. Out it goes to Hayden. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Now to Gunnar. Takes a long two. It's short again. Tipped and brought down by Roy Stevens. Now back to Hayden Sanders. Roy came in for Gately when he got his foul. Here's May. Inside to Gunnar Conkle. Outside Stevens. Back to May. May stops. Thought about the three. Didn't take it. Back to Gunnar. 2:45 to go. Gunnar trying to dance through 3 different guys. Goes outside Hayden Sanders for another 3. It's short. Comes off the rim. Comes out high and goes off of Richter out of bounds. He and Elrod both raced for it. Neither one could get there. But it did hit Richter on the way. And it belongs to Cuba. 2:30 to go in this third quarter. Elrod to his left. Stops. Ball knocked out of his hands. But comes right back to him. Fires it down low to Head. Missed that shot. Comes right down to Sanders. And then he is fouled underneath by Stevens. And Sanders back to the line to shoot 2. Salem just not getting good position underneath their basket for rebounds, and Owensville's out rebound them here in this quarter on the defensive on their offensive board and defensive side 4-1. And Sanders hits that free throw. Traylon Richter comes out of the ball game. Landon in. Next free throw also good. For Sanders, who has 8, 39-35, now a 4-point lead for Salem Tigers. 9 straight points for Cuba here in this, the third quarter. Stevens back to May. May stops, takes a long 2, and it's off the iron, no good. Tipped and brought down by Beal. Again, no one underneath the basket for the Tigers. 39-35, out on top. Trying to make a move is Beal. Ball tipped, stolen away. And Tigers have it. May down, trying to get that shot up. He is fouled there by Beal. Salem with their first steal of the second half. And Dylan Beal gets his second foul. May the line to shoot 2. First free throw is for Salem in this third quarter. It's good. May with yet another one coming with 1:46 to go. This is the third quarter, and this one also good. 11 points for Bryson May. Jesse Elrod taking his time. We get to center court. 41-35 our score. Now to Heads. Heads kicks it outside. There's Mel. Back to Elrod. Elrod goes outside to Sanders. Sanders on the baseline, and he'll be fouled there by Roy Stevens. 5th team foul now. Not a shooting foul. Elrod trying to get it in. Goes in the corner to Mel. Out on top, Heads. Heads trying to dance in. Floating jumper does not go. Blocking foul called on Salem. And Heads go back to the line to shoot 2. Right now, Cuba's just driving at the Salem Tigers, causing foul trouble. May with 2, Rector with 2, Gailey with 3, Sanders with 3. And Preston heads to the free throw line. The free throw is good. .124 remains. Next one is also good. 41-37. Salem with a 4-point lead, with 1:15 to go third quarter. Landon Richter spins, turns, falls down. Ball stolen by Elrod. Elrod down, puts a shot up. He's fouled by Stevens. I don't know why Roy is thinking he's so surprised, because he kind of had his arm. And that is not only a turnover for the Salem Tigers and a steal for Cuba, but then now Stevens has 3 fouls. Landon Richter got his feet tied up and fell. And now Elrod hits the free throw. So Tigers are shooting themselves in the foot here. Henry Cameron comes in the game as Landon Richter is going to sit down. Free throw is good by Elrod. A 2-point game with 1:10 to go. Henry Cameron will come up. Cameron drives by Elrod. Outside it goes to Stevens. In the corner, Hayden Sanders. Sanders back to Bryson May. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Bryson stops. Trying to go inside. Can't. Stops, and another timeout called by Coach Patterson as May was trapped. 50.5 seconds left. 41-39, Salem on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
Don't forget tomorrow night on KSMO Radio, we got Blues hockey against the Seattle Kraken. 6:30. That's tomorrow night. Wednesday night, if we're not back here at St. James for Salem basketball, we'll have Missouri Tiger basketball. And even if we do come back, we'll join that Missouri game right after Salem Tiger basketball in progress. They will take on LSU. That game will start at 8 o'clock, 7:30 pregame show. Game Wednesday, should Salem go on and hold on, and will be at 7 o'clock here at St. James. So we'll do the Salem game and then give you the Missouri game. A couple of Tigers. Sanders will inbound it with 50 seconds. Goes to Cameron, now to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle back to Cameron, open for the three. Takes it, banks it in. 44-39 as Henry Cameron buries the three. Now here's Heads. On top, Elrod goes across to Sanders. His three-pointer, short. Goes wide, but kept alive by Cuba. Bounce pass to Sanders. Sanders comes down, misses the shot, and it brought down by Gunnar Conkle. Gunnar with 20 seconds left down near center court, off to Henry Cameron. Cameron moves to the middle of the floor. Inside it goes to Stevens. Stevens up, short jumper. It's no good. It's brought under control by Sanders. 8 seconds left. Here's Heads trying to dance in. Kicks it outside. Now to Elrod. Elrod to the paint, to the hole. He'll draw the foul with 1.6 seconds left. And I think the foul's going to be on Roy Stevens, his fourth. So Trey Richter's going to have to come back in. For Salem, that's only their second team foul in this half. No, that can't be right. They've had all kinds of fouls. That's what the official was saying. It's only two. I think, I don't think so. Anyway, Jesse Elrod with a free throw. It's good. They were looking at Cuba. They have only 2 fouls in this second half. Next free throw also good. Back to a 3-point game. Cameron will fire it in to Trey Richter from half court to 3. It's good! Trey Richter from half court hits the 3. And the Tigers of Salem lead it by 6 as we go to the fourth quarter, 47-41. Back in 1 minute. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Media.
Relationships. It's not just being on a first-name basis. It's a partnership built on trust. This is Scott Ball, president of the Bank of Salem. Since 1883, the Bank of Salem has been serving our local community with the kind of personal service and professionalism that builds relationships. We've earned the trust of our customers with over a century of strength and stability, never once changing our name or compromising customer service. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Salem, visit our website, or download our free mobile app. The Bank of Salem, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Tiffany Bland with Salem Memorial District Hospital. Recently, there have been many changes within our local clinics and hospitals, and you may find yourself looking for a new provider for your children. At SMDH, we would like to reach out to the community to let you know that we do see patients of all ages. Most of our providers are family practice, which means that we have been trained to see well-child visits as well as sick visits. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Trey Richter at the buzzer hits the 3. Salem gets the ball back to start quarter number 4. Sanders has it, trying to fire it inside to Gunnar Conkle. That ball's going to be tied up, and a possession arrow will favor Cuba. Not a high percentage pass there by Hayden Sanders. Gunnar Conkle was triple teamed. I really don't know why he tried to feather that one in. Elrod will bring it up. Elrod with 7 points all coming in that third quarter. Elrod gets it again back inside to Heads. His shot no good, but Caden Gately will pick up the foul, and he'll shoot 2. And Caden will now have 4. Problem right now, Tigers are starting to run out of their starting players with fouls here. Gately with 4, Sanders with 3, Stevens with 4. Free throw is good by Preston Heads. He shot very well. He's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Has another one coming. Gately will check out. Cameron right back in the game. Next one on is no good, but brought down and by Beals, and the baby hook is good. That ends up being a 3-point play, 47-44. Richter flips it over to Gunnar Conkle. Gunnar in the corner, Sanders down to Cameron. Henry goes back to Bryson May and goes right through his hands out of bounds. May took his eye off the ball when it hit his hands and went right through him. 7:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a one-possession game. It's been a tight ball game all the way through. Each team has had a run in the third quarter. Now Heads has it. Across it goes to Mel. Back on top to Elrod to Mel. Mel to Elrod. Between the circles. Bounce pass stolen away by Richter. Fires it down to May. May for the layup. Lays it up. Missed it. Trying to get that rebound is Gunnar Conkle. He missed it. And they tie up and the ball goes down. The travel call on lead. Our Heads. May missed the layup. Tigers got it back. Missed it again. Missed it twice actually. And after Heads brought down the rebound, he traveled with it. Inbound to Cameron. Cameron trying to fire it inside. Fires it right in the hands of Cuba. Quickly down low. Ball hits the baseline as the pass comes to Heads. He lost it. Official right on the spot there. Saw it hit the black line. Immediately called it. Both teams making some mistakes. Richter brings it down. Down to Gunnar Conkle. Bounce pass outside off Sanders' hands out of bounds. Gunner's pass way too short. In the feet of Sanders. Another turnover. It's not a good pass. We've seen a couple of passes now by each team go off the hands or feet or legs. Right now Elrod across to Mel, back to Elrod. Still 47-44. Mel. Elrod down low to Heads. Heads spins, turns, trying to get through. The shot off the glass too hard, gets his own rebound. Tries it again, missed again. Here's Gunnar Conkle, that rebound. Gunnar with 10 points. On to Landon Richter. Inside goes right through the hands of Bryson May again. And that pass down and out of bounds. Knocked out of the hands of Cuba by Sanders. But Bryson May with a couple of balls right through his hands. Good passes, both of them. Bryson just missed them. 5:53 to go. The inbound coming to Elrod. Elrod on that perimeter, trying to get away from Landon Richter. Jump shot is up, no good. Taken down by Heads, no good. And tipped there by Sanders to Gunnar Conkle. And Gunnar is going to be fouled en route. I believe that's going to be on Heads. Preston Heads, his second foul. Salem will have that right in front of the Cuba bench. 5:39 to go, fourth quarter. 47-44. The winner goes on to play Wednesday against Sullivan. Trey Richter flipping it to May. May trying to drive in. They go right side of Sanders for another three off the rim. No good. Brought down and tied up underneath. Ball loose on the floor. Taken there by Richter. Now to Gunnar Conkle. Cost of Landon Richter. And that shot missing. Landon Richter, 5 minutes to go. Now to May. May's trying to squeeze through. Ball tipped, still loose on the floor. Conkle gets it over to Landon. Landon Richter stops. He's trying to get it back to Conkle. The timeout called by Coach Patterson. 4:57 to go 47 for Salem, 44 for Cuba. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products.
Remember, Lady Tigers are off tomorrow night. They'll play on Thursday at 7. That's right here at St. James. Lady Tigers are seated second. They will play the winner of the Sullivan-St. Clair game. Winner of this game will play St. Clair Wednesday at 7 right here at St. James. Salem Tiger ball with 4:57 to go. Salem has just one timeout left. Cuba has 2. Sanders, outside it goes to Richter. On top, Gunnar Conkle. Sanders thought about the 3, didn't take it, back to Gunnar. On top, Landon Richter. Right side pass to May. Salem on the perimeter. All the way across it comes to Sanders, now to Landon. Over to Gunnar Conkle. From the free throw line, his jumper is good. Salem's first basket of this fourth quarter. 49-44. Here's Heads. Guarded by Richter and pushes him down, and a charge called on Heads. Preston Heads pushed down Landon Richter. He's twice his size, and he just put his forearm out and pushed him down. He now has 3 fouls. Turnover. That's number 15 for Cuba in the game, 5th here in this second half. Trey Richter will walk it up. Trying to get away from Elrod, all the way into the zone. Down low to Landon Richter. Kicks it back out to Trey, over to Gunnar Conkle. Cross intended for May, and that's over his head and out of bounds. No panic right there, but Gunnar threw that ball too high for everybody. 49-44, 4:10 left to go, fourth quarter. Elrod has it, left side pass to Mel. Mel driving in the left corner, trying to flip it in front, goes back on top Elrod, right side. There's Sanders. Sanders driving baseline. His shot is up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. But he'll draw the foul. Sanders with 8 points. Bryson May with his third foul. Sanders, who is 4 for 6. And the free throw, it's good. 49-45, 3:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Joel Sanders' next free throw is on its way, and this one is also good. 49-46, back to a one-possession game. Conkle hanging on to it, starts his drive, goes right side to Richter. Back to Gunnar Conkle, back to Landon Richter, back to Gunnar. Tiger staying out high. Gunnar gives it down to Trey Richter. Pass intended for Sanders. Goes off Mel, out of bounds. A little too deliberate in that play. Good idea, but they took just a split second too long. Cuba read it. Give credit there, they deflected that ball out of bounds. Inbound comes to Richter. Trey, cross it goes to Landon. Back to Gunnar Conkle, who comes out now between the circles to his left. Back to Richter. Over to Landon Richter. Landon to Trey. All the way across to Gunnar Conkle, 3:15 to go. Gunnar stops, bounce pass to Landon. Landon Richter needs a little help here. Bounce pass to Gunnar Conkle. Down low to Trey Richter. Into the paint, off the glass, it's good. Nice run by Trey Richter. Again, seeing that opening and darting through. Down to 3 minutes left. Pass from Elrod. Left side to Mel. Inside it goes to Leeds. He scores. Heads, I'm sorry. I think I said Leeds. 51-48. 2:45 on the clock. Richter handing it off to May. To Landon Richter. Elrod trying to tie him up. Richter needs to get rid of that ball. Gives over to Trey. Trey Richter trying to find somebody open. Goes back to Bryson May. Bryson will hand that off to Landon Richter. Landon trying to drive through. He does drive through and then kicks it out, and a foul's going to be called. And Landon Richter did a heck of a job to keep that ball in play. It's going to be on Jesse Elrod. That'll be his fourth with 2:20 to go. Salem up by 3, 51-48. Salem's a 6th seed. Cuba the 3rd seed. Conkle throws it in to Richter. He's bumped there by Elrod, but Richter trying to get away, and another foul called on Elrod. He's out of the game. He just would not let Richter go by. Elrod is done with the game. And after that foul, Salem will now be in the bonus. Evan Hiley checks in. 2:15 to go. Salem has the ball. And a timeout call by Coach Darren Dace, Full timeout, 2:15, fourth quarter, 51 Salem, 58 for Cuba. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make of investing.
It's been a good ball game here. Earlier tonight, it was Owensville dominating St. James on their home floor, 68-36. They will move on. St. James season comes to an end. The Dutchman will play Sullivan. That will be on Wednesday at 5:30 right here at St. James in the semifinal. 2:15, 3-point Salem Tiger lead. As I mentioned, Evan Hiley checks in after Elrod fouled out. Pass comes to Richter. Landon Richter needs some help. Spins, turns, goes back to Gunnar Conkle. That's a heck of a move. Here's Gunnar. Outside it goes to May. May over to Landon Richter. Tigers trying to kill time. Gunnar Conkle double teamed, and then a foul's going to be called on Dylan Beal, and that will allow the Tigers to go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. That ball would have been with Gunnar trying to save that one. That might almost been a turnover. A wet floor where Gunnar got knocked down. So 1:55 to go. It'll be Conkle going to the line. He will shoot a 1-and-1. Gunnar has 12 points in this game, 8 coming in the first quarter. Salem, 6 of 7 from the stripe tonight overall. Gunnar 2 for 2 from the stripe so far this evening. 1:55 on the clock. The free throw. It's good. (52-48). Gunnar has one more coming. Next one. Good. 53-48. Here's Heads. Left side pass to Mel. Down low. It's Hiley. Hiley going back to Mel. Mel on the perimeter all the way across. Stolen away there by Richter. Richter read it perfectly in the zone and backs it out. Richter over to Gunnar Conkle. 1:35 to go. Richter. Bounce pass to Landon Richter, and he'll be fouled by Mel. Trey Richter ducked under Joel Sanders that came at him. I think that would have just about knocked him over. So Cooper Mel with his second foul. Landon Richter will shoot a 1-and-1. Landon 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. This free throw, it is no good. Brought under control by Heads. Heads goes down to Mel, back to Heads. Heads puts a quick three. It's too short. Brought down by Landon Richter, and Landon is fouled right away by Mel. with a minute 23 to go. I think Heads trying to pull it up a little too quickly. Just a sophomore. So just a 2-possession game, and he tried to hit a quick 3. So Landon Richter back to the line. Again, a 1-and-1 for Landon. Free throw, it is no good again. Heads brings it down with a minute 20 to go. Heads kicks it outside to Mel for the 3, and it's short. Knocked out of bounds by Gunnar Conkle. It'll stay with the Cuba Wildcats with 1:12 to go. Gunnar, outnumbered there 2-1, was able to get his paw on it and knock that ball out of bounds. Roy Stevens in the game for Landon Richter. Roy with 4 fouls. Inbound comes to Heads for the 3. It's short. That ball tipped, brought down by Sanders. Sanders trying to go up with it, knocked out of bounds again. Will stay with Cuba. Ball off the hands of May. 1:05 to go. Salem up by 5 points. Mel's going to try and get it in. Fires it to Heads in the corner. Heads coming down, lays it up and in. And a timeout called with 58 seconds left by Coach Dace. 53 for Salem, 50 for Cuba. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
I am a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm here to talk about life, your dreams, your work, your family, and how you can protect it all with a company that will talk to you with the honesty of a farmer and take care of you with the integrity of a neighbor. I'll make sure no detail is left uncovered so your family can breathe easy. Because just like you, I chose to build a life in Missouri too. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and I'm from Missouri for life.
(53-50), Salem on top. This has been a back and forth game. The Tigers have led all but for 1 possession when the game got tied. They've never trailed in this game. A couple of keys. A 3 at the end of the 3rd quarter by Trey Richter, but also a critical 3 by Landon Richter right after the game was tied. He untied it, and the Salem Tigers have led so far, this far into the game. (53-50). Salem will inbound. Cuba has no more timeouts, and Sanders can run the baseline here. Gets it to Richter, back to Gunnar Conkle. Conkle up the middle of the floor, trying to get back to Richter. Comes back to Gunnar, down to May. May shot off the glass, will not go. Brought down by Sanders. He had no need to shoot, just could have pulled it out. 44 seconds. With it is Mel. Mel getting it to Heads, lost the ball, gets it back. 35 seconds. That ball stolen away by Sanders. Sanders all the way down, lays it up, but he was fouled en route by Heads after the turnover. The steal by Sanders. And the foul on Preston Heads, his 4th. 2 free throws for Sanders. He could make it a 2-possession game. He has to make 1 of them. Hayden's free throw. Good. The 6th seed trying to upset the 3rd seed here in the first round of district play. Sanders with another. Still 32.8 seconds left. Free throw is short and brought down by Beal. Beal to Leeds, quickly to Mel. Mel trying to dance his way in. The shot is up, no good. Tip there brought down by Gunnar Conkle, and he is going to be fouled. Gunnar brought the ball down with 22.9 seconds left, and Cuba immediately fouled him. 54-50. Salem trying to upset the Wildcats. Foul called on Evan Hiley, his first. Conkle, who has 14 points in the game. And the free throw, it is good. Conkle 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 22.9 seconds left. Salem so close to the first upset. That free throw also good. Quickly the other way, Beal. Beal to center court. Across to heads to Beal for a long three. Trying to bank it in. No good. Brought down by Richter. Richter firing it across to Gunnar Conkle. Double teamed. Fires it back to Richter. Richter needs to get over the timeline. He does to Hayden Sanders, but over his head with 6.1 seconds left. But that's going to be enough. Salem Tigers will move into the semifinal. Pass comes across to Beal. Beal from center court. Flips it in the corner. Sanders' three is up. No good. That's it. Salem wins it 56-50. And they upset the Cuba Wildcats. And they go on and they will play the Sullivan Eagles on Wednesday. I'm sorry, the St. Clair Bulldogs, on Wednesday at 7 o'clock as they'll play either Sullivan. I'll try that again. They'll play St. Clair, the team they just played last week in regular season. Salem 56, Cuba 50. We're going to come back in 3 minutes with stats from this game. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Every project is different, which is why Salem Truss uses modern engineering software to design, then construct quality trusses for your home, barn, or business. The size of the job doesn't matter, but the quality of the work does, which is why Salem Truss will deliver their trusses anywhere. Proud to support the Salem community, they're open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 to 4:30 and Friday from 7:30 until 11. For more information, call Salem Truss at 729-9276.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Your legacy. Protect it, prosper, and pass it on. Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, specializes in real estate, estate planning, probate, family law, and business law. A Salem native, Stephen Patterson provides comprehensive representation to clients throughout southern Missouri. If you need assistance, contact Stephen Patterson, attorney at law, at 573-453-2529.
For surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
With tax season fast approaching, you might have some questions that you need answered. If so, give the Tax Masters a call. They have over 40 years of experience and can handle all types of accounting services plus certified e-filing. Don't ever let yourself be a slave to the IRS. Come and see Jackie or Beth at Tax Masters, located at 107 West 4th Street here in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Well, the Salem Tigers, who last week against St. Clair played a whole different kind of basketball than we've seen them most of the season. It came out freewheeling, took advantage of some turnovers, scored early, got the lead, and then held on and beat a very good St. Clair Bulldog team. Tonight was very similar. They came out, they got the lead over Cuba. They made some mistakes early. Salem took advantage of it, got as much as a 13-point lead in this one, then watched the Cuba Wildcats go on a 9-0 run to cut it back to 4. But the Tigers were able to hold on and win it by a score of 56-50. Their 8th win of the year. And, of course, this is district play. So all it means in district is you're 1-0 and you'll move on to the next round. And Salem will play St. Clair again. That will be on Wednesday night at 7 right here at St. James. And we'll be here to bring it to you on KSMO Media. So the Tigers, again, played a very similar game as they did against St. Clair. They took advantage of some mistakes, played hard, got some key steals when needed. Salem finished the game with 11 steals, while Cuba finished the game with just 6. Interesting game all the way through. Salem Tigers led in scoring with Gunnar Conkle. He had 16 points. He had 8 of those in the first quarter and able to get, at the end of the game, 6 more in the fourth quarter. 4 of those coming from the free throw line, all clutch free throws down the stretch. 11 points for Bryson May, 11 for Hayden Sanders in the game with a couple of key threes in that third. 7 points for Trayvon Richter, including a buzzer-beating three-pointer at the end of the third quarter. 3 points for Henry Cameron on a key 3 in the third quarter. And Caden Gately had a couple of points. Leading rebounder was Gunnar Conkle with 9. Gately had 5. Sanders 4. 3 for Bryson May. 2 for Landon Richter. 1 for Roy Stevens and Trayvon Richter. Salem was 11 of 15 from the stripe. They had 25 rebounds in the game. They ended up on the night with a total of 13 turnovers and 11 steals. For the Cuba Wildcats, their leading scorer was Preston Heads with 18 points. He was followed by Joel Sanders. He finished with 8. 7 points for Jesse Elrod, then 6 points for Parker Stewart as well as Dylan Beal, and 3 points for Kyle Ray on a three-pointer back in the first quarter. 26 on the free throw line. They had 17 turnovers in the game, had 6 steals. They had 26 rebounds total in the game, and Jesse Elrod did foul out of the game with 2:10 left to go. What an interesting contest. Tigers 6th seed beat Cuba 3rd seed. Cuba came to Salem earlier this year and beat Salem, and the Tigers tonight just were not to be beaten. They kept persevering, were able to stretch things out time after time, and were able to just come up with a key steal or key rebound when needed, though gonna have to say there are a few times the Tigers, again, a little bit lacking on that rebound, but give a lot of credit down the stretch. They fought for those rebounds. Got to give Gunnar Conkle, a senior, a lot of credit for that. He really outbattled a couple of guys for Cuba down low a couple times to knock that ball away, and give credit to Caden Gately and Hayden Sanders for not trying to pull the ball down a couple of times, just deflecting it out to a teammate to keep possession of the ball. All keys in the win tonight for the Salem Tigers. They win at 56-50. We'll return in 90 seconds to wrap things up here from St. James. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Media.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
No matter what, every morning, farmers go to work, doing what needs done. The work is unforgiving. The days are long, real long. They nurture, they grow, they harvest. When the day is done, sell the fruits of your labor to your neighbors on Town Screen.
So here's how it plays out. Wednesday night, the Salem Tigers will take on the St. Clair Bulldogs. It'll be a repeat of last Tuesday's game at St. Clair. The winner of that game will go into the championship game Friday night at 7 o'clock. Owensville will take on Sullivan. That will be at 5:30 on Wednesday afternoon. For the Lady Tigers, who drew a bye, they do not play tomorrow. They will play on Thursday at 7 o'clock, and they'll face the winner of the Sullivan-St. Clair game. That'll be Thursday, again, at 7 o'clock here at St. James. And we'll be here to bring them to you on KSMO AM 1340, FM 95.7. We'll also be streaming the audio on KSMORadio.com and our KSMO Stream Facebook page. You can also watch the games on Misha.tv. And again, there is a charge to watch those games. They will be streamed live on Misha.tv. For Ben, who's doing the video work, for Jim back at the stations, just swirling those knobs and hitting the buttons, my name is Stan Stevens. Thanks for joining us for Tigers basketball tonight as they win it 56-50 to move on to the semifinal here in district play. Hope you enjoyed the game. Have yourselves a great evening and good night from St. James.
Thank you for watching this KSMO Media broadcast of Salem Tiger basketball. This game was brought to you by K&H Auto Supply, Salem Memorial District Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance, Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Monet Auto Supply, Taxmasters, Southwest Baptist University, Salem Campus, Town and Country Insurance, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Edward Jones, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Ozark Overhead Door LLC, State Farm Insurance, Salem Trust, Southtown Furniture, Stephen Patterson, Attorney at Law, Living the Dream Outdoor Properties, Wilson Mortuary, Align by Design Health Center, Town and Country Bank, Healthy Dent County, Elwood Real Estate, Dent County Veterinary Clinic, Hometown Mechanical, Town Screen LLC.